Hello, friends. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Samson.
So welcome back to today's session. We had a whole 1 week break. So I want to welcome each and every one of us to today's session. And just a quick reminder that we are live on YouTube. And we will encourage everyone to keep their mics muted so that we can have a very wonderful and eventful session tonight. We started with a function last week, which we used to transform our text data into numbers such that it will be easy for us to analyze. And so we will continue this week. And we have one more question to answer on this particular sheet. And thereafter, we will go to scenario 1. I'm sure every one of us has this. So we'll go to scenario 1 and then we'll continue. So today, we are going to listen to pharmacist Jennifer, who will continue from where we stopped with respect to the count if, and then she will also treat another feature that we'll be using to bring out our data into a format that we can use to analyze. But before we delve into that, I would like to find out from us, how many of us?
1,000.
Hello. So I would like to find out how many of us attempted the question that we posted, which basically is, what is the most consumed item per day of the week? Someone shared, I think that was the Chidima, she shared. So we would like to find out by a raise of our hand, how many of us attempted? So you can raise your hand. If you didn't do that, maybe let's see our emoji. What emojis we have here? Do we have a thumbs down? Or what kind of this thing are we going to use? Let me see the different reactions that we have. Okay. Okay, which one do you? Okay, now, so there is a tick. Okay, we can use a tick, and then we can use an X. A tick to indicate that, yes, you did it, and an X that you didn't do it. Please, let's go. Let's take the next 1 minute to share our experiences. And if you can't find that, well, you can use the chat box. Let's just get the feedback. So here we go. Please, let's go ahead and send our responses. Did you do that assignment? What is the most consumed item per day of the week? Let's say in Monday, among the 4, which ones was the most? Did you do it? Okay, that's fine. So we have two persons who said they did it. Dennis Suju did it. Chidima Gift did it. Please, we want to just tell ourselves the truth so that when we make assumptions, we know what we are doing. If you didn't do it, nobody's going to penalize you, but it will give us an idea of what we need to. Okay, so yes, Dr. Manuel attempted it. Who else? Okay, Mayowa, Achumba, that's great. So we are happy that at least we are following, and then we are taking heed to practicing what we have done. Great. Elizabeth did it. 1, 2, 3. Let's count how many. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far, we are about 19. So 6 did it. Only 6. So those who have not responded, maybe did you do it, or okay, did not attempt it? Oh, you know how to do it. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so we are glad that a few attempted it, and so what we are going to do tonight is we are going to continue where we stopped, and I have the pleasure to invite former sister Jennifer. Jennifer, I hope, are you on the call right now?
Hello, yes, ma'am. Good evening. I'm on the call.
Okay. So that's fine. So you can take off from here.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting session. So, Fam, can you permit me to share my screen? Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Kindly confirm you are seeing my screen. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, the screen is not up.
Yes.
Yes, I can see you, but I can hear you, but there's nothing on the screen.
Okay, sorry about
I can't
that.
see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Wait, is it showing now?
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Okay.
So it's up now.
I see it now.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap for everyone here, for all those who have done the who were actively participated in last week's class. Maybe for them to refresh to practice again. For those who maybe did not get it last time, this should be a chance for us to understand it. So I would like for the recap, before we go into the next phase of the count if, I'd like someone who did the assignment to at least give a directive as to how count if was done, like what was done. So for example, if I want to fill this column for T, what can I do to be able to count if? So can we have any volunteers? Is anyone
Yes, good evening,
up?
everyone. Yeah, good evening. My name is Dennis. So
Good evening. Okay, so you can direct me to write the formula so that everyone can learn it one last time.
Okay, except that this was not how I arranged mine. I had Monday to Friday on one side, and then I had the items on the other. However, for this one, you want to know the number of keys for James, right? So count if move from milk to bread, as in Monday to Friday. So you start with equal to. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Now I can see the.
Okay,
The
I think she
screen is
had the
black,
network.
oh.
Yes, let's just wait for, I think network took her off. Yes. So please, she's trying to jump back. Jennifer, you're back, right? Hello, Jennifer. You are on. You are muted.
Okay, you can hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen as well?
Okay, it's coming up. Yes, it's up.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Benedict was explaining to us how we did the count if.
Yes. So I was trying to say that this was not how mine was arranged, but with yours, you can also try to, because on my own, I had Monday to Friday on my left column.
Okay,
and
yeah.
then I say on my own, I had Monday to Friday on the left column. Then I had.
We have Monday to Friday?
Yes, on the left column in the one I did. And then I had the items on the top, the way yours is here. Okay. So, but with yours, for T now, you want to know the number of T per week. Okay, so I'll do equal to count if. Yeah, count if. Yes, so I'll go to
Hello?
James.
Are you still on, or is my network again?
Yes, I'm on.
I think it's
hear
your
you.
network. Just okay.
Yeah, so I will now take your question to James. Start from the milk in front of James and drag to the end of Friday. Equal to count.
Okay, sorry. Let me try and explain what we want to do. Okay, so we're trying to count the number of times that number of days in the week that each person took tea.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Very good. Okay, so okay, let's start. What do I do first?
Yeah, so right, I said you can put equal to on the T. Yeah, the empty column on the top.
Okay.
Yeah. And I say count if. Yes, count.
I put equal to on T. Okay.
Yeah, there, that column there. Yes, right
Okay.
there. Yeah, equal to, yeah. Then
Okay.
count if. Count if.
Okay. Sorry. Count if. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to respond the way you have written it, but okay, so I'm looking for the range now.
Okay.
Yeah, so the range now, since we're starting with James, so I'll go to the table on the left that do the range milk to bread, Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do a comma after that. And then since I'm looking for T, you can select T on top of you as your criteria.
Okay.
Yeah, then I can close the bracket and press enter.
Press enter. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then okay. So let me ask. So what do I do next?
Right. So this formula is for James.
Okay.
All right. So in the one that I did, when I finished this thing like that, I tried to drag it down and
Okay.
everything's called 0, 0 for me. All right.
Okay.
So I went and imputed them one by one.
One
Then
by
I say
one.
when I come to this class, I will try to find out what would I
What
have done
happened?
differently.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
But by imputing them one by one, I got it correctly. But I know that was not smart for big data.
okay, fine. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Benedict, for your attempt. Okay. So I saw what you missed out, but then let me ask everyone here. Does anyone know what he missed out in the formula? Like it's even 0 for everybody. Clearly, it's not true because I did see Jibril has T in 3 places. So does Audu, and so on and so forth. Or why is he reflecting 0 all the way to the end?
Because he didn't apply that of F4.
Sorry?
Because he didn't apply the F4 to make it specific
Absolute reference. Exactly.
Yeah, absolute reference.
So,
Yes.
the absolute referencing. So if you look at this, if it goes down here and you check, it's looking for 0 in this column and it's not finding it. So the absolute referencing prevents the formula from shifting as you shift in Excel, whether you're shifting right or across the columns or down the rows. So and also in absolute reference, you can either, it's also, if you do the absolute reference where the dollar sign is before and after the letter, it fixes it to the across the columns, across the cell. So it fixes it within the same column and cell. And there's a way to do it for you to fix it across the column so that if you move across, it will move across but not go down. And also there's a way if you fix it for it to go down but not move across. So I can maybe take some time to teach that particular one a bit later. But for this example, can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you. You're
Right.
audible.
So to do the absolute referencing for my own keyboard, because different laptops have different specifications, I just press the F4 and then I drag this down and then the correct answer comes out. Because you will now look at everything. If I check here, the formula is making reference to this particular cell only. It's not shifting down as I'm shifting up. But if you can see the other part of the formula, the range goes down, which is correct to the particular name, and this is in the correct position. Okay, so that's for count if. Do we have any questions before I move forward? For all those who did not do the attempt, do we understand it now? I heard someone saying that he wasn't sure about it, that's why he didn't do it. Do we all understand it now?
Please, can you go over it again, please?
Okay. All right, so let me do it one more time for everyone. Thank you, Mr. Benedict, and thank everyone who participated in the last example. So let me use sugar as an example, okay? So I start my formula out by typing equals to, then I type the formula I want. And if you notice in Excel, as you're typing the letters, the different formulas keep popping up and it keeps filtering down to what you exactly want. So I want to count if, and if you look carefully, two different kind of count if. There's count if alone and count if. So for now, we didn't count if, but we'll go into count ifs very soon. So I've got to what the formula I want, and I press tab. The first thing it asks you is, what's range? So we want a particular range. So I want it to look in this range here, from Monday to Friday, okay? Once I'm done with my selection, I press comma. Comma signifies I'm done with the first part of the formula. So now, if you noticed, criteria, before range was bolded, was made bold. But now after I press the comma, we have criteria, which is made bold. So now I'm looking at the criteria. So I want to look for how many times sugar. Hello? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, how many times sugar? Okay, thank you. How many times sugar appeared in each row? So I make the absolute referencing, I close my bracket. I press enter. So you can see in James row, you can see sugar once. Then once I drag this down, I see the number of times sugar appear along the way. So 0 times for Ade, 1 time for Tunde, and then 1 for Jibril, 1 for Demas, and then 1 for James. Okay. Okay, let me just ask a wild question. Does anyone know the formula for finding the total of everything here?
It was
Okay. Then I just drag it. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we're good like that. Okay, so now I want to go into what we call count ifs. The difference between count if and count ifs is, for count if, we're only counting one criteria. That is, like in this example, we want to know whether James took milk, whether he took bread, whether he took sugar, whether he took tea. Just one condition. But then we can also have where, okay, what if James took more than milk? What if he took more than one item? So the count ifs formula helps us to count particular data if it requires more than one item we're looking for. So I will quickly draw another table, okay? And I'll just modify the headings a bit. Okay, so this looks a bit more complicated, right? So following the same pattern, right? It goes equals to count, C-O-U-N-T, count ifs, right? And I press tab. So the formula looks a bit different. Now you now see criteria range 1. So criteria range 1 means it's the first criteria looking for. So your first criteria is I want to find, right? In this column, right? This place here, I want to find in this case, right? We can do it 2 different ways. You can actually have these headings to be lined up somewhere. Let me do that quickly. Oh, actually, no. Oh, sorry. Let me continue what I was doing. So equals to count ifs. IFS. All right. So count is my first criteria is I'm checking out, I'm highlighting everything here. Then I'll press comma. Then I'll type the first I'm looking for. I'm looking for milk. Sorry. Yeah, milk. And mind you, I don't know if I'm trying to mention this. In Excel, everything is numerical in Excel. For it to, if you want to type a formula, it's things in numbers. It doesn't think as text. So if I was to just type this milk plainly, even though it's spelled correctly, this is what will happen. So I've selected my first range. So right now, I've done my first criteria. All right, my first criteria range. I've put in the first criteria I'm looking for. Now, the second criteria range is, I'll have to go back to my table, reference table, highlight it the second time. and then type in sugar. Then I press enter. And it's saying 0. The reason it's saying 0 is because, like I mentioned, Excel thinks in numbers. When it's calculating numbers, not in text. So for you to make Excel understand that this is not a number, but a text, you need to put the word in quotation marks, like I've done here for milk, as well as for sugar. Once I press enter, it's supposed to show the figure. Let me see again. Count if. Let me type it again. Yes. That's interesting. Samson.
Yes.
Is that you seeing what I'm seeing? I don't know if I'm missing something out.
So this
Okay.
count,
If you want to, I think what would happen is that you would look for the name as the first condition. Say if the name is James,
and you have to highlight the whole table.
Yes, the row.
Okay, let me try that.
please, what is the difference between count if and count ifs?
Okay, in count if, it's only one criteria counting, while in count ifs, there's several criteria you're counting. You're counting, I'm trying to make it count if it is if James took milk and sugar, and like in this table here, you're only counting whether how many times you took you took milk, how many times you took bread, how many times you took sugar. So I'm combining two different items. I'm seeing, okay, I also know how many times you took milk and sugar in a week. Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
Welcome. So, okay, so fam, just look at this first of all. Let me try this out. So count ifs, with this example. Okay, I get. All right, I know what to do. All right, so I'm going to make this table a bit shorter. Okay. Let me change it a bit. Okay, so I've modified the table a bit, right? So I would like to check how many times did James take, some people take milk on a particular day, right? And yes, so that is an example. So what is going to do right now? I'm putting two criteria. And first of all, I'm searching for the person called James, and then I also search for milk. Okay, on a Monday. Right, then use that as an example. Okay, expanded. Okay, so as you can see, fine. So this table is I'm picking only data from Monday. So what it did now, okay, it's counting how many times each person took milk on a Monday. Okay, because that's what I the column I highlighted. So in the count if, so let me hide this first so we can have the two together. Okay. So in the table, if you look at this table here, right, it's seen milk how many times? James specifically. James is here. He took milk on this column here. He took milk again here. I can see his name a third time somewhere. Yes, here, milk. So that's what he counted. He counted the number of times James took milk. And then we can go on again to type the formula a second time, right? So my first criteria is I'm looking for these people again in this column, how many times the names appear here. Then I'm selecting my criteria, that's I press comma, and now I'm highlighting my criteria, which is this name, right? Then I'm now entering my second criteria, that's the criterion 2, that I wanted to look at, again, in Monday, I wanted to search for press comma. Then my second criteria is this one. So if I press a comma now, it looks for a third criteria and so on and so forth. So, but I'm only putting two criteria.
She's off again, right? Hello, everyone.
Yeah, she's off.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just, although she's still connected.
I apologize, my network just went off. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. Can you see my screen?
It's coming up.
Oh my gosh. At what point did you stop hearing me? Hello? Is he hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, at what point did you stop hearing me? Okay, let me just start this formula again so that I can continue. Okay, so I'm doing the count if formula again. So I start by typing count ifs, and bracket. So I'm selecting my first criteria. My first criteria is to select the column where the name is. So I'm looking for these participants, these people in this column. So I'll select the name I'm looking for, that is James. I press comma. My second criteria is I want to check for how many times they took bread on a Monday. So I'm going to select my second criteria range, that's this. Then I press comma. Then I select bread, because that's what I'm looking for. Make absolute reference to it, and then close my bracket. Then I can drag the formula down. Okay, so now I can see the number of times each person took bread on a Monday. Any questions so far?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you can take the next one. Let's see again.
Let me, the criteria you choose were milk, bread, and Monday.
Sorry,
Well,
say it again.
the 3 criteria you choose were milk, bread, and Monday, is that? And James became the range, is that? I got confused around there. Which ones were
Okay.
criteria you choose and which one was range?
Okay. All right. So so this time I'm going to, as I'm demonstrating, I want everyone to chip in and talk. I think it's better if everyone participates, so we'll all understand. So let me start again. So okay, we understand the concept of count if you're counting a particular
criteria. You need more than one criteria.
Exactly, for count ifs. Okay. So now each of these columns here, right, is one item I'm looking for. But the formula has 2 different criteria in it. The first criteria is the person's name, right? The second criteria is the item. I've chosen a specific day to look at the items. So it could be any day you choose, could be a Monday, it could be a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday. But I want to look at the Monday column and find out how many times each person, let's assume that this is a month, 1 month's summary or timetable. How many times does each person take these items in the summary provided? Okay, do you understand the concept of what we're looking at?
Yes.
Okay,
if, for instance, we chose Monday, you want to take how many times that James, Demas, Jibril, all of them, maybe took milk and bread. Is that?
Okay, yes. So right now, this column is milk. I'm looking at milk only, first of all. Okay. And this one is bread only. So I'm taking it one by one. But I have 2 conditions. I'm looking for the person's name first and the item they took. So those are 2 different conditions I'm putting. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So to start the count if formula, right? I type in count if. Count ifs. This is different from count if because we have more than one criteria. So first, now it's asking me for my first criteria range. So what do you think it should be? Because I want to look for these names on this table. So where are names found?
But the name should be the criteria 1.
Yes. So where do I highlight? Where should
you highlight for this first column containing the names, or James alone? Since you want to drag down, can highlight James alone.
No, I can't highlight James alone because it's a range.
Okay, all the names.
So I can highlight the whole table. Okay.
Yes, all the names.
Yes. So once I'm done, I press comma. Okay. Then what I'm looking for in this column is a name, I'm not looking for milk, sugar, or tea. So that's why I'm selecting this name. Okay. Do you understand this so far at this point?
Yes.
Good. So now I've cursed comma a second time. Now the next thing that has popped up, can you hear me?
No, wait, please. You've selected the first as the list of names down. That's the first criterion.
Yes.
Then the
no, that's the criteria range.
That's criteria range, okay.
The criteria now is this one. That is this name here.
Okay, the first name now.
Yes.
Oh.
Because these items, these ones have to be in this column for it to work.
Oh.
So I'm searching this whole table.
That's a confusion. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am, are you looking for only for James or for all of them?
For now, I'm looking for James because I'm on the cell. I'm on the same row as where James' name appears. So I'm looking for James right now only.
So I think what it is that in this range of the names of students from James, Jibril, and James is also repeated.
Yes.
How many times James appeared? 4?
Yes. Yes.
So you put the range from this James down, and then you now put James, because you want to know how many times James appeared in this range. That is the criteria range is from James down. Then James. Then she goes to the next criteria range again.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So now it's looking for how many times James appeared, and it's bringing out the corresponding item. Okay, anywhere you see James' name, let me count the milk you'll see against his name. If there's any milk in this column, count it like that. You understand? So assuming there is James here next to this T. It's not going to affect this number because the column I'm looking for James, right? And how many times he took milk in this column. And James is next to T. Does not affect the number of milk here because this is not milk. This is not milk here. This is T. If I type milk here, the number changes to 4 because it has seen James and it's seen milk at the same time, so it has counted it.
Well, I'm of the opinion. This table we don't have it in the WhatsApp platform. Can it be sent so that we can practice alongside with you, ma'am?
Okay, from some, please confirm.
Yes, we shared it. We shared it. It's there. Open the file that we shared. You will see the. Okay, you mean this one that she has just created now? This one.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I should
have multiple names.
Share, yes.
Okay, so I should share this one with you. Now, let me share this one with you then, fam.
Okay, you can drop it in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Yes. That Excel course.
Okay, all right. Let me do that right now. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay, so I've dropped it in the Excel in the group. Okay.
Is it possible to go over this again? Because we seem to be like to see you do criteria 2 again.
I'm doing it a third time.
1.
Yeah, I'm doing it a third time. So that's why I need everyone's participation so that we can address everything at the same time. So is my screen showing now? Hello? Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
No. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes, we're seeing it.
Okay, you're seeing it now. Okay. Okay, so I've dropped the workbook. It's on sheet 1 or looking at. So I've dropped the workbook on the Excel group. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to do sugar now. Okay, so that and everyone will participate and we'll all chip in ideas and can go through it. So are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we are ready, Jennifer.
Go ahead.
Okay, so equals to count ifs, right? So this is what I need to type in, count ifs. So now Excel knows I'm counting more than one criteria. So my first criteria range, that is the range of places where you expect to see my criteria, is on column B, where it has the heading students. So I'm selecting everything, all right? I press comma. Comma signifies I'm done with the first part of the formula. I'm going on to the next part. Now I'm highlighting criteria. So this is the table I want to populate, okay? Which is a summary of what is on this side of the table. So now the first name I'm looking for on this table I have put out here, the names can be arranged in any order. It mustn't be in this particular order. So I click on here. So what Excel is going to do is, in its quest for answering the question, it's to check how many times James appears here. Okay, and if you do a random check, I think James appears quite a number of times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Appears 4 times in our table. Okay, so next thing, once I'm done with selecting my criteria, I'll click on comma. Then I'll select the next column where I would want it to look at and count how many times the next item appears. So I've highlighted the second column, criteria range. Okay. Now I want it to count and let me know how many times sugar appears in that column. Do we have any questions so far? Am I still carrying everyone along?
No.
We are following. No
Sorry?
question.
Okay, so someone said no. Someone said no. I'm not carrying him along.
I think maybe you should complete it first because
okay. All right then. I make absolute reference into it, then I close the brackets and press enter. So it's not saying it has 0 for James. If I drag this down, I should have counts for other people. So in as much as James appears 4 times on this table, right? 2, 3, 4. In this first column, right? The word sugar is not attached to James' name anywhere. So what it's doing is first of all looking in the first question. So the first criteria I gave it was look in the first column. Help me find how many times you're seeing James. Okay. Then once it does that, it's to check look at the second criteria and say, all right, so the second criteria, how many times in this column do you see the word sugar? If he sees it anywhere, it will bring it up. If he doesn't see it anywhere, it will bring back the number 0. That's like if you count right now. How many times are you seeing sugar next to James' name? For this particular first column. Is there any place we're seeing sugar?
No.
No. Okay, so it's checking, so it's counting two things. If James, his name is found on the table, and if Sugar is next to his name for the Monday column. Okay, do you understand?
Yeah, so that criteria again, when you do your call to count if, what's the first that you select?
I selected the first criteria range.
Yes.
I selected the this one first, names first, and then click the criteria. Next, I selected the second criteria range and picked the criteria. Do you understand? It's just like in English. I can tell you to look at this table, right? Let me take away the Excel formulas for a bit. Let's answer this. In this table, how many times do you see or this for Monday, how many times do you see Jibril took milk? How many times did you see that Jibril took milk on a Monday? I mean, someone can help me count. This is Jibril's name, right? This is Jibril again. And then Jibril again. So how many times did you see Jibril's name on the table so far? For a Monday. How many times did you see Jibril's name?
I think it's 4.
4? Okay, well, let's look again. Maybe I'm missing one. Okay, I counted 3. Okay, it's 3 times. But then, how many times did he take milk on a Monday? This is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. So on all the times he took an item, he never took milk on a Monday.
Yes,
so that's what basically it's doing. So it's looking for 2 different criteria. So for this example, it's looking for 2 different criteria on the table, which I have pegged together.
Okay, I think she's off. But if there's anybody here who got her clearly, the first criteria she picked, I mean, we're looking at James.
Sorry,
and okay, you back?
I'm back, yes. Okay, continue.
Right, yes, I was trying to, because when you enter, we're not able to read the item, the criteria range inside it. So I'm trying to pick out, maybe I'm not seeing how fast your question is moving. So but when you yeah, you can hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I've stopped hearing you.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you if you can hear me.
Hello?
Yeah.
I can hear you now. Okay. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, just to confirm. I'm just trying to confirm. Like if you are on T right now, on T, okay. And for James.
Okay,
all right. So yeah, okay. So if I do equal to count it, right?
Hello?
Yeah, so if I do equal to count it, right? Are you there?
Count what?
Count if.
This one?
Ifs. The one with S.
Okay.
One with the S, yeah. All right. So now I want to get the very first criteria is James.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I'm looking for first, yes. So what do I do?
Then range 1. Go to the table on the left and select from James down on the column student. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay.
Right. So I put comma there.
Okay, done it.
So I'm starting again for range 2. I'm looking for T.
No, you haven't selected your criteria yet.
No.
Okay. So right. So this criteria is still talking about James. Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Right. So if I select James, right.
On which table?
Right. On the student column.
Is he here?
Yeah, on the left. Yeah.
I should click on it, select it here.
No, James, we're on T, right? And I'm on the second part of this formula now. Right. So like I'm starting afresh.
So I want to confirm something. Where do I select the name? Is it on this side? I know it can still work on this side, but is it here? Because this is where I'm doing my summary.
Where you're pointing,
I think it's better to select it here.
Yeah, where you're pointing now, James, on that table. Yeah.
Okay. Right then.
Yeah. So we're already working on T. You know, my mind was going to select T, but we're already on the T column. So that one is
okay.
Someone has selected itself, right? Okay. So right. So this is criteria, James under T. Okay. So what are we looking for here now?
How many times you took C on a Monday?
So at this point, do you continue to the second criteria range, or do you enter?
No, you do the second criteria.
Okay.
So you highlight, because it's true, we're taking 2 criteria. That's why we're doing count if. So it's counting 2 things, James and how many times he took milk, tea, I mean to say. So after we've done for the first criteria, so the second criteria now is to highlight on Monday. So we'll highlight the table, that's Monday, we'll go to the Monday column and highlight it. That's the criteria range.
Yeah, where does second start? You enter and start afresh. That's it.
No, after the comma, that's when you just put the comma. After the comma, then you start the second criteria range after the comma.
Which is from that milk down to the end.
No, which is on Monday now. We're particulate about
Monday now.
Yes, under Monday. So we'll highlight it down to the end. Then when we highlight it, we'll put a comma too, and then
go. Are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And then you go to which criteria do you choose as the second criteria?
Can you hear me?
We are
we
choosing
can hear you.
Criteria.
Okay, so we are now doing T and
that's S.
Hello.
That's
are you all hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you, and we are.
She's having her network is a bit bad, so just give us a second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute.
I think is my network on now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you better.
Can hear you.
So I don't know who was speaking, but you can start again.
When we do the equal sign, we will start again. And then the count ifs.
Yeah.
So now we have 2 criteria. So it's the first criteria range we are taking now is the names, right? So we highlight for the name.
So what's the aim here? What are we looking for? This is James taking and what?
Now, what we're trying to do is that the first criteria we're trying to look for is James. So we're saying how many times did James in particular. So now that's why we're highlighting these names of students. So we're saying amongst these students' name, we're counting for James alone. So how many times did James? So that's why we're having a criteria range. From James from the students column. So when we have it, we'll put the comma and then we'll come to the James the place where James alone is and highlight that column. That's O2.
Okay.
Yes, when we highlight the O2, then we'll put a comma. And then the second criteria now is Monday. We're saying for Monday, we're trying to look for how many times James took tea on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're highlighting from milk downwards that's under Monday. That's the criteria range for the second criteria. So from milk downwards, we'll highlight it.
Okay.
Then we'll put a comma and then we'll go.
See my screen?
Yeah.
So we now highlight T.
Okay.
That's S1, T.
Okay. Like this?
Okay. Yes. Then we put the absolute function. That's so that it doesn't move up, and we put that absolute function, the dollar sign on that. Yes. Then we put the bracket at the.
Okay, what of that O2? You won't need to put the dollar sign on
the O2. No, we won't, because that if we put it, that one's supposed to, because if you drag, that's what it can move. It's supposed to move for the others to get the other names. So we won't make that one an absolute formula.
So James alone was, what do you call it now? It had criteria underscore range. James alone had that.
Sorry, I didn't get what you.
Let me give you a question, sir.
I said James alone in the formula. James alone was criteria underscore range.
Thanks for the explanation. At least, sorry.
Can you double click on the box? Let's see what's in the range. Let me ask you.
I can't hear you. What's your question?
Can you double click? Can you double click on the box? On the cell? On any cell? Yeah. So criteria underscore range is James alone on that first column.
Yes. So for this particular cell I'm looking at, it's looking for James in this table and how many times James had tea on a Monday.
Yeah.
If I click on another cell like this one, it's looking at Paul, right?
Okay.
And checking Paul in this column, and it's looking for how many times Paul took milk in this column.
Okay, so Paul alone is criteria underscore range 1. Paul alone.
Sorry?
The name Paul alone has this criteria underscore range 1. In the other ones that we did, criteria was one item and range was another item. But here it's looking like it's together, they form one item.
This criteria range.
Okay, okay. Remember, let me explain. Let me open this one up. That's what I did last week, right?
Yes.
Good. So the difference between these two, like I mentioned before, is this one is count if. It's only looking at one criteria. So it's looking at your range and your criteria. It's just one thing it's looking for.
Okay.
All right. That's why you're not seeing range 1, range 2, range 3. Now this one, as long as you have an F, it's a plural. So you're counting several things based on this number, on this name here. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why the first thing is the first criteria is called criteria range 1. The next one is called criteria range 2. Third one is called criteria. Yeah. If you had like 10 criteria you wanted to count, it's a number each criteria. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to the last one you want to count for it to do the formula.
Okay.
Understand? So that's why it's differentiating it as criteria range 1, criteria range 2. So it's just the formula name. I can go to any person. So in this formula, this particular one, Uche, right? Is my first criteria is look for Uche's name in this particular range. So Uche is my criteria. criteria range is this B1, right? And then for the second criteria I'm looking for, that is milk, check for it in this C, column C. So if I added another criteria to it, it will show me to keep on adding on and on like that.
Okay, it's fine now. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Hello,
All
ma'am.
right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've understood the can't ifs. It can't ifs explains or gives us counting multiple things on one subject. I understand that perfectly well. But where we are having issues is when you are putting the formulas,
okay, how
you end it for you to drag down.
How I end it. Okay.
I get what I'm saying now.
Absolute reference.
How I end it. Absolute reference.
Okay. See this. Okay, so this is the dollar sign. You don't understand?
Yes, maybe that is what he's saying.
Okay,
how to fix that stuff.
How to fix the dollar sign? Okay.
And also, I think he may want to know why do we need to put dollar sign when we want to drag, and when do we not need to? Okay, you know,
sir, I know why you're putting the dollar sign for you not to go to another column or another. I understand that one perfectly well. What I'm saying is, after putting these formulas, how you close it, because on my system here, if I click on enter, it shows me another thing, and I just want to know things.
It does what, sir?
I think the sequence.
Hello?
Okay. You close the bracket, then click enter.
Yes,
before
close the bracket.
Yes. Close the brackets. You close the brackets because we started with a bracket and you close the bracket.
Yeah. I can see that bracket now. Yeah, if you can fix the formulas again and close the bracket, that will be fine by me, ma'am. Thank you. Sorry, I'm dragging us back. I said, if you can fix the formulas back again and close the bracket, it'll be fine by me. Sorry for dragging us back, please.
Okay. All right, I think I just did that now. So, okay. So just to repeat one more time, okay? Then I think after this, we'll go on a short break. Okay. Then I'll probably teach us one extra thing before we go to the next topic. Sorry. So, and you saw when I did it, I closed the bracket and I pressed enter. So once I drag it down, it's the formula goes to the end. Does this answer your question, sir?
Okay, that means when you click
the
on
other guy was very smart. So
sorry,
can you
mute your mic?
So when you click on the T, you now put the absolute reference formula and close the bracket.
Close brackets, yes. That's as long as if I'm ending my formula, it has to end with a bracket. If I'm continuing my formula, it's a comma that I used.
If I want to put the absolute reference, I must click on the T. Now type the F4.
Yes, you must do that. Yes.
Okay, let me try it now.
Okay. So okay.
My question is, can you confirm that this formula didn't move? Can you click maybe on has and let's see if this formula didn't move.
Okay. So this is Tunde. So the formula didn't move. So it's still making references to the two columns we selected. And sorry, it's Uche, I mean. We're looking at Uche.
Go back to the main.
Selecting.
Go back to the main. Yeah.
Sorry? Hello?
Yeah, I want to see the main cell. Yeah.
Scroll back to see the table.
Okay. So it has not shifted down beyond this table. It's still in this table.
It's not this table now. The original one now. That's.
So which one's the original?
The first one. This one. Yeah.
This one. Yes. So I think it hasn't shifted beyond this table.
Can you go down? Let's see the last.
Are you seeing it?
All right.
Hello, Jenny. Let me just chip in something here. Okay. This last question, I guess it's because for the range, there was no absolute
reference.
No dollar sign to yes, but yeah, it didn't move. Now, the reason why it didn't move is because she is working on an official Excel table. So if you are working on official table, yes, once you make a reference to a range there, it remains, it's fixed.
Yes,
that's what I wanted.
That's what I wanted to talk about when we came back for a break.
It moved, so I needed.
So I think maybe we can take like 5 minutes. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, we can hear you.
Okay, so that's honestly take 5 minutes. Okay, to practice on our own. Then we will do this on an unofficial Excel table, and it will show you how, a few other things, and I can help your analysis, especially with your cell referencing and how you can apply different levels of referencing to make your work easier when working on Excel. So maybe we can like take 5 minutes to practice. We help us keep time.
Sorry? Jenny, what did you say? Did anybody hear her, please? What was her question?
She said we should take 5 minutes break.
Okay. So that's fine.
That's when we come back, she will explain why the dollar sign issue if you want to fix. Okay. I wish I could share my screen. I seem to be doing the same thing, but when I press enter, it's not going.
Okay, so let me ask her to.
Maybe when we come back from break.
Okay, yeah. So let everybody just take the time and do some practice, and then record your if you have challenges, so that when we come back we can now look at it. I think 5 minutes will do.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jennifer, the break has started.
Oh, break has started. Okay, sorry about the network. I'm even using MTN. I don't know why it's fluctuating this much.
It's okay.
Okay.
Hello. Yes, everyone.
Hello.
We're on break.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Told them.
Sorry, Madam Jennifer, I need a clarification, if you don't mind.
Okay, sir.
All right, so thank you very much. I quite appreciate the tutorial this evening. So my concern now is the table we just created. It's like we're just considering the variables in the second column, which is from Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, so what if we want to consider the variables for other days, Monday to Friday? So do we go ahead and select the criteria horizontally, that is across the rows, and then possibly select the students involved that we want to check this or something, I don't know.
Okay, so, okay, fine. For the example we're given, I want us to look specifically at Monday, but I'm creating another table now so that the question you're asking will be answered in it. Hello?
Okay, yeah, I heard
Did you hear
Thank
me?
you. Yes, I heard you. Thank you.
You heard me?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So the question you're asking, I'll answer it in the next table.
Okay, all right.
How many more minutes do we have?
1 minute more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Time is up.
All right. Thank you, Farm. So were we able to work to replicate what was done? Do you have any challenges with it?
Yes, ma'am. Like as I asked before.
Yes, can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Yes, ma'am. As I asked the question before we go on the break. Like on that T, I was trying to see how I can go after the formulas is being imputed. I click on the cell under the T for James, and I put equal sign, count ifs, and I went to the table and I highlighted from the number 1 name to the last person. I put comma. Okay. I now saw table 8 and students. I put comma. Then I went back to James. To that's O2. I picked O2. I picked James. I put comma again. The O2 appeared, and I went back to that Monday column. I highlighted the whole Monday column and I put comma again. It came table 8 and Monday. Now I came back to T. I touched the T and I put the dollar sign. The dollar sign, I don't know if it's from my system. The dollar sign I imputed.
Did it work?
It just came with.
Hello, can you hear me?
It came with just dollar sign, no number attached to the dollar sign. And when I put I wish I could share my screen. You have seen what I'm saying now. Then I now put I now closed it with the bracket and I clicked on the enter. It just didn't work. I don't know if it's for my system or what I did is not what I'm supposed to do. Thank you.
Well, something with mine. When I click enter.
Okay, Farm, I didn't really get what he said. Maybe can you hear me? My network is breaking. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can I repeat myself?
Hello?
Hello, can I repeat myself?
Yes, go ahead. You are saying that you tried to impute the dollar sign, but the number didn't come with it.
Yes. Like under the T where we are working on before we went on break, I put the equal sign, put count ifs, and I went back to the normal table where we should. I got it from the
range.
Yes, the whole names. I got it highlighted. I put a comma, and I came back to James. I highlighted James. I put a comma. I went back to that Monday column where we are counting from. I highlighted again. I put a comma, and now came back to T. I highlighted T, and now did the dollar sign to come down with the T. Now the column number came down with just dollar sign with that number attaching to it. Then I now closed the bracket and I clicked on enter. It not do bound, couldn't go forward again. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So did you select this column? Did you select this M1, this particular one? Sorry. Did you select this particular cell? It
Yes.
looked like, and it
Yes.
looked like, hold on, let me show you. It looked like this. Hello? Like
No, it didn't look like that. No.
Okay, fine. So that means did you select? Because if you select it, that means you click on it and it's supposed to show what you clicked on. So which is where T is in column is cell M1. So you show me M1 here, that this is what I'm clicking. So the dollar sign should be here like this on M1.
Okay, it didn't show me that. It didn't show me like that. You're saying now.
Can he share
maybe
his
he didn't
screen?
click on it properly.
Can he share his screen so that, because it doesn't take time to share, so that you can easily dictate the error, because I'm having similar issue. I'm sure there's something we are all omitting.
Okay. Wait, Fong, can he share his screen?
Yeah, he can. Just stop sharing.
Hello? You can, okay. All right. Please share your screen, sir.
One more. Whoa. Okay.
You can off your video.
No, I think he's using his phone to attend the class and he's working on his laptop.
Yes, that's just it.
Okay.
Okay, this is my screen. Can you see clearly, ma'am?
Not very, but
difficult.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Put it off right.
Not
Okay, hold
very
on.
clear. I thought you were going to project it.
Okay, not joining from your system. Wait, can you do us a favor? Is it possible to take a picture of the formula and send it on WhatsApp? Let's see what it's.
Maybe now. Is it possible that I share my own screen?
Of course, you can share.
Let me see if you can help me dictate what the issue is. Okay, this one is different. This is the old one.
Okay.
No. Where is it now? This is what I want to show. It's not coming up. Looks like it's not bringing, Is this it? Yes. Okay, so maybe there's can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm not seeing your first criteria though.
Okay, but can you see up, count ifs, table 8?
What I
because I
counted?
was working on sugar.
Okay, your first criteria, Ma. You didn't put your first criteria.
Okay, my first criteria, was it not the column of students? I took column 8.
That's the
table 8.
So you've started the formula out correctly. You've done some other things correctly. Just the second item, your formula is not correct.
Okay, so
remove everything, the second table, Okay, start from that comma after that, where your cursor is. Start from that comma after. No, go back. No, ma, go back a bit. So
I should. Okay.
No, ma. Press escape, please.
Okay, escape. I wanted to delete it and repeat what I did. Then you can tell if I did the right thing.
Okay, ma, that's fine. That's very fine. All right, delete it, please.
Okay. So this is the count ifs.
Okay.
So I came here
and
I took James, I took the student to the end and came here, put a comma.
Okay.
And then I went to take James, put a comma on James. Now my second range is the milk. I put a comma. And then the next one is the sugar.
No,
is it right?
No.
So where do I pick it?
Sorry, ma, just to correct something. Okay, just look at your screen a bit. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm looking at my screen.
Madam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good, very good. So now delete that second table Monday. Just stop at the comma after O2.
Okay, I should stop at the comma after O2.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Okay, fine, very good. Now look underneath. You're seeing Excel giving you prompts as to, sorry, okay. Click back inside your formula box.
My formula box here, yes?
Yeah, click on it, yes. Very good. Let's look down beneath what you've typed. You're seeing count ifs, criteria range 1, criteria, which you have done already. The first one is table 8, student, comma, O2, right?
Yes.
So now the second thing you're doing is you're looking for criteria range 2, not only one item. So your range, remember, your range contains a series of items, like has to be many items in the range. It could be many numbers, could be many texts. It's not just one item you're looking for. So the mistake you made in this case now is you're supposed to have selected, like you did for the first part of the formula. You select everything on the Monday column, that is everything in column C, from milk all the way down to the end. That is your range. Then your criteria is one thing.
That's what she did now.
That's what
no,
I did.
she selected only milk.
All. But I don't think I'm not sure if the bracket was there. But that's what I did.
Sorry, ma. The second time you selected only milk and then you wanted to continue. So what you do now is select everything from milk down. You did it fine for the first one, but the second one, you only selected milk. So now selecting down.
I'm repeating it.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but my humble observation is that there's no bracket. Shouldn't I have put a bracket up before table?
No, ma.
No
That's
need. Okay, so
no need. The formula continues. That's why it's count.
So
it's a comma.
So here now I put a comma.
Yes.
So the next, I'm working on sugar.
No. You are not done with milk yet.
Okay.
So you need to tell Excel that you are looking for milk in that range.
Okay, in that range. Okay, yes. But am I really looking for milk? My cursor is on
Sugar
sugar.
you're looking for now.
Okay, you're looking for sugar. Okay. Yeah.
My
So you're
cursor
looking
is
for
on
sugar.
sugar. I'm not on tea. I'm not on milk.
Go ahead. You're looking for sugar. That's fine. Go ahead.
So what should I? Can I go on sugar now and click?
Yeah.
And then I go to put the dollar signs. Should I?
Yes, at that point, you can. How do you put
your
dollar sign? Yes. But
I
wait,
thought the dollar signs I'm supposed to split for R also.
Highlight it now. Highlight that.
That's where you're doing a dollar sign.
I should do what?
Just highlight the
can you hear me?
R1.
Highlight the R1 and press F4.
Okay, I should highlight it.
Hello?
Hello?
Dollar. Hello?
Delete the dollar that
dollar
you just
here.
put now.
Should I put dollar here?
Yes, and then in front between 1 and the R, put another one there. Then go and delete the last one, the one at the end. Yes, delete that one. Good.
Do I close bracket?
Yes, close the bracket.
And comma.
No, just enter. That's all.
Now. Yeah.
So it means James did not take
sugar on Monday.
On Monday.
Yes.
So can I drag this down for the others or no?
No. Yes.
So this one now is for Monday.
Yes.
Okay, but it has done for all the students for
sugar.
For sugar.
On Monday.
On Monday. So how do we do the one of Tuesday? It means okay, but this one is doing 2 criteria only.
Yes.
It's doing James and that Monday.
And sugar.
Yes.
For
James
Monday,
and sugar.
Yes. So, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. So I can stop sharing.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Should I stop sharing?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you can stop sharing.
Oh, yeah. Hello?
Hello, Famjini, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. All right. Yes, Ma. So thank you. I guess your demonstration was correct. Thank you. So I want to quickly try and go into another part because I've heard the question come up several times. And let me quickly just take this next part, and I pray network stays until the end of it. Let me rush into it now. So I heard someone that asked a question of if you want to, like, move across the table. I know an easy way to do to work in Excel is, the beautiful thing about Excel is you can drag your formulas across and down the table. Can you all still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you. So depending on the data you have, you can do anything with it. So I created another table. This time is an unofficial Excel table because someone pointed had created a scenario. I wanted me to check the formula down here to see whether the formula shifted, and also someone asked the question of how do we move across in this kind of situation, and where we do not need to keep typing the formula each time, because this is an improper example, but I just created it such that I can do what I want to do. So assuming I want to okay, let me take this back here. Okay. let's ignore what is at the heading here. Let's ignore the heading here. Let's assume these are all Mondays in a month, right? These are all Mondays in a month. Let's say, for example, March, or just 6 different Mondays. And what I'm counting is I want to count how many items these people took across board like that. Okay, so I'm using the count if formula again. Kindly confirm you can still hear me.
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So now my first criteria range, that is this one, right? Then I press comma. So now the tip, this
Hello, can anybody still hear her?
I think she's gone again.
Okay.
No, we can't.
Okay, so let's just please, I'm the one stopping our videos. Hello, yeah, Jenny. So she'll be joining back shortly. She's trying to change her network. Sorry?
Hi, sorry, can you see my screen now? Hello, can you see my screen?
You can see a screen.
Okay, I pray this network is better. Sorry about that. So what I was saying was that if you notice the referencing, it's a bit different. This is an unofficial Excel table. So in the previous example, everything we do, right, doesn't go beyond this table. It stays in this. It doesn't want the benefits of using official Excel templates. Your formula stays in. So if you like drag down, drag up, it doesn't move outside this. The reference doesn't move outside this table. So most times when we're working on Excel, we find ourselves using unofficial tables. So that's where we have to be careful so that our formula doesn't shift. So I want to change 2 things. I want to change position of Paul and James. Okay. So now I want to do the same thing. Count if, right? I'm looking for milk in the first column. Count ifs. Sorry about that again. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see it now.
Okay. Okay, so I'm counting, my first reference is this first column, right? Comma. Then my first criteria is this one. Then my second criteria range is this. Then comma again, like the previous example. And then I select this. I press enter. Okay, let me do absolute referencing for the other items. So for this one, it looks good, right? If I drag it down, it's 0 all through. Okay. Why? So if you notice, as I'm shifting down, right, the referencing on the table goes along with me. So that means if you're working with an unofficial table in Excel, we need to do some extra work, like now put referencing on your column selection as well. So in this example, I do not put absolute referencing on my columns, or the columns I selected. So to do that, what I need to do is ensure the $sign appears before and after each of the, in between the letters and the numbers. So for example, in this one, like U2 and U35, it looks easier. But when it gets to a place like AC, it's a bit complicated because we have 2 letters together to name the column, to name the cell. So that's why it's, if you can use the F4 function to need to think about where to put the $signs, because it does that automatically for you. So I'm going to I'll make absolute referencing on the first column. And can you hear me still? On second column, can you hear me still?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now if I drag my formula down, this is 0, which is awkward. Okay, sorry, my mistake. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it should work now. So if I drag my formula down, yes. So it shows me where who has sugar and who has milk. So now I can see my formula has not shifted down, right? It's still where it is. Okay. So from this point, I could actually drag my formula across if I want to. But there is, if you do that, something funny may happen. We'll have 0 across board. So now it's there are different levels of, I'm trying to do this so I can explain the different levels of referencing that we need to do each. You're not using an absolute Excel table. So in this case, you notice that this Paul has shifted to 0, but I don't want it to do that. I want it to still make reference to this first column. So, and there's a way to do the absolute referencing so that it just stays in a particular place so that it doesn't go across columns, but at the same time can go down the rows. And so now in this case, I want it to still look for Paul, and I want this second criteria to shift to bread. You understand? and still I have its own different still gave me the correct answer. So for example, if I wanted to make reference to just this first column, or if I can or go across, and I wanted to look to still go, if I'm dragging it down, to still look at all these names and at the same time move across like this, there's a way to do it. So in the first column now, what I'm going to do is, depending on where your criteria range is. Hello, yeah?
Hello. I'm just looking at the time.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just looking at the time, and it's up. Maybe if we can reschedule so that we can discuss more on this, the last one. This one that you're doing on now.
Okay. Okay, that'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
So I apologize everyone for my bad network. I know that was really heard. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much, Pharmacist Jennifer. That was a wonderful session. And even though network tried to drag us back, but we made progress. And it's just 1:10. And I saw Ebuka's hand. Ebuka, are you withdrawing your hand?
No. I want to ask a question.
Okay, please.
I did join late because I was in transit.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, from Jennifer. Please, I want to know the objective of this particular, session, so that I can know what to look forward to when I watch the live stream immediately after.
Okay, it's actually a continuation of what we started last week, where we have our table and we decided to ask some questions. So the question that she tried to solve today is, on each of the days, how many people took a particular item? How many of them?
Okay.
So these are some of the things that you may have in your data spread across, and you wanted to find out, say, how many people, assuming the names. Now, let me give an instance now. Assuming the names there represents male, female, male, female, male, female. And then where we have bread, sugar, tea, and so on and so forth, or for each day, assuming that for Monday, those items there are tests. Maybe some people did HIV test, others did TB test, others did malaria test. So you want to find out how many male did HIV test on this day, how many female did malaria screening this day. So the whole thing is just spread like that. Okay, you don't have the numbers. All you have is male, female, male here. Then on Monday, this particular male, malaria. Are you getting it? So with this count, if you're able to combine several conditions to come up with an indicator.
Okay, sir. Like in this table that you are describing now. So the column heading, if I get what you're saying correctly, the column heading will be like different diseases, different tests. Sorry, rather.
No. The column head for the first one, where we have students, will be patients.
Okay. Then
so you might have
patients will be male, female.
Yes. So you may not put their names. You may just put female, male, female, male, or like that. You might also decide to put maybe where are these patients coming from, maybe these states or these countries. And then on that Monday column, it is the test they did. So the first person or the first state, what test did he or she do? Maybe you write malaria. Then the next person below that role, maybe TB, just like that. So what we are just trying to say, okay, how many times did malaria screening happen on that particular day? Does it make sense?
Yes,
okay. Okay. All right. So thanks, everyone. And this is not exhaustive. There are so many scenarios that we can see count if and count ifs come into play. And so these are just few of them. what she started, there are still more to it. So I'm going to discuss with her. Because of time factor, we may just make a video clip on this count if and count ifs, and then see if we can share within the week. But if time schedule does not permit us, then we may take a few minutes during the next session to discuss this. So we want to appreciate everyone for your time, and we hope you still practice so that you won't forget what we have learned. And please, we encourage you to share your ideas, share your insights. When you practice and you come across any challenges, please share in the WhatsApp group. If you have any question, even if you are doing your work and you come across a very tough task, please, we are there to respond. Everyone learns. We also learn from what you do. So thank you, everyone. Have a very great evening rest and a very wonderful week ahead. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Thank you.
I think somebody.
Good night.
Sir, please don't forget to share the video on the WhatsApp or the YouTube link.
All right, to be shared.
Please, what the last week one, has it been shared on the WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.